And she literally, this crazy girl, spit in her hand and put her hand after and wiped her hand on like her asshole like area, like her, and rubbed it all of it inside of her. I've worked at restaurants where we do a lot of like the spinach dip in a restaurant I worked at was just microwaved. It's made and then it's microwaved and used all week. And it's like, ew. Everything is so like just ghetto-ly made at places. Like you have no idea how the fuck they're making the food. And when you work at a restaurant, you see how disgusting everything is. My friend worked at this restaurant that actually burned down a couple years ago, weirdly enough. But he worked at this place where the meals were $100 a plate, like this very, very, very expensive steakhouse. And they had souffles, which, as you know, take like 30 minutes to make. And they fucking made a souffle. And this place has carpet, like very elegant carpet in the restaurant, because it's fancy. The souffle falls onto the carpet, and they just put it back on and like dust it off with their hands and still served it. Imagine paying like $30 for a dessert and it was on the fucking floor. Holy shit. That is disgusting. If I drop food on the floor and I pick it up and eat it, that's my own choice, right? Whatever. But if I go to a restaurant and you do that too, oh my god. Okay, another thing at a place that I worked at. This girl that I worked at was fucking insane. I don't know how to describe it other than insane. And everybody thought she was insane, but she really liked me. She was like, Bella, you know, you get me. You're on my side. And I was like really cucky. So I'd be like, yeah. And she was just like a monster. But she like was nice to me. Like she was so nice to me. So this girl, this cunt, but she was nice to me. She was like, hey, Bella. I can't stand, and she said this other coworker's name. Let's call her Kenzie, okay? I can't fucking stand Kenzie. She's a stupid cunt. Watch this. And Kenzie and her friends, because you know how you come into your restaurant to eat or drink because you get a discount or whatever? And she literally, this crazy girl, spit in her hand and put her hand after and wiped her hand on like her asshole like area, like her pussy, and rubbed it all of it inside of her martini. And I saw it go out. And I already saw her take a sip. I was like, oh my god. Holy shit. She did this. And we saw her. And the whole time, because Megan hated Kenzie, right? So she's like, just watch her drink it. And she'd go up to her and she'd be like, do you want any more drinks? Do you want any more? And she'd come back to me and she'd just go like this. She would just like hit her hair. She's like, she's really enjoying her drinks. And I'm like, you're fucking insane. Like she said it like that. Like just like that. I feel like I was the person that knew everything that was happening, but I was like, I don't want to get involved at all. So I'm just going to be in the background making my money over there. I'm gonna go serve my tables, make my tips. I'll never forget these guys that were so fucking mean to me. This made me so mad. So we had like 20 beers on tap, right? Sometimes beer runs out because everybody wants a beer that day. It fucking happens. Is it directly correlated to my existence? No! Some customers think it is. They're like, I'll take a Sculpin. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. We're actually out of Sculpin. Okay, fine. I'll take a Miller Lite. I'm so sorry. We're actually out of Miller Lite too. Are you fucking serious? Are you fucking kidding me right now? What do you have? Everything else, those just happen to be the two that we don't have today. Okay then, whatever. I guess I'll get a Corona. And it was like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? And I'll never forget these dudes that were so fucking mean to me. They were so mean to me, and they blamed me for the beers. Their appetizer came with like it was too cold or too salty or some bullshit. Apparently my fault too. I didn't touch their food. I'm a waiter, not a cook. But, you know, everything's my fault. They demanded so much off. I had to get my manager, and then they left me half a dollar bill as a tip. And I'll never forget that day because I was fucking sobbing my eyes out. I was sobbing my eyes out, and I was like, wow, this is my life. I just got my degree. I'm out of college, and I'm being treated like garbage. They They cut a dollar bill in half. Better than nothing? No, nothing would have been better. That was straight up mean. That was just like, fuck you. That was just them saying, fuck you. You are trash. Here's half a dollar. I think you're so invaluable that I'm gonna rip a dollar because you're a joke to me. I was crying, and I was like, my manager was like, you know, it happens, and my coworker, I was just like, I'm a failure, and I got half a dollar bill, and this night's been so horrible, and I just wanna write screenplays, and I have to close a bar at 3 a.m. I used to close that bar at 3 a.m. and then go stream at like 4 a.m. That was crazy. That was a crazy time. I got my bachelor's in cinema and television arts. Teehee. It's the same as leaving a penny. Yeah, exactly. It's like, fuck you, dude. Working for tips? I know, and a lot of people are like, fuck tipping. It's like, it is the most demanding, brutal, angry, degrading job I've ever had, and I will always tip well because I just know what kind of job it is. And it's a job that without tips, nobody would ever do because it is fucking shitty. People are so mean, but also I guess it depends where you live because I'm sure customers elsewhere are nice. But there was a lot of angry sports dudes. Or you know what's gross? How used to being touched you are as a server. Guys always touch you. You know what's the grossest? When you're like this and you're like trying to, you know, you're trying to take their order, you're like this, and you're standing next to them, and they just slowly go like this. They just start putting their hand on your back, and they're like, I'll take the, and it's like, excuse me? Are you really sliding your hand on my back right now? Like, why are you touching me? That's fucking weird. I cannot imagine touching a waitress in my life, and there are people that do this at restaurants with whoever they want. And then you have these, like, cringe lords that hit on you the whole time. And they think they're making funny jokes, and I'm literally your server, and I'm paid to be nice. So I'm like, haha, your joke's so funny. And they think, like, they're so funny with their dumbass jokes all fucking night. And then this guy, he's like, here's my card, you should call me. And it was, like, his real estate card. And his, like, the font was so stupid. I was like, this is the worst business card I've ever seen. Fuck you. I'm never calling. I was, like, why did you think... What's the worst is when they're like, I didn't, you know, I left the tip inside there for you, and it's their real estate card with their number and no actual tip. Who the fuck do you think you are? Who do you think you are that you can tell me tips in there and it's your phone number with like a heart or a winky face? You are... If the world had to annihilate one kind of person and I had a button, they were like 5 seconds, click it, they're all gone, I would click it. I would hit that button so hard, I would smash that button. And some managers, like when I worked at that creepy place, my manager was like, he was like, don't be mean to them, just be chill, just like, they're giving us money, like, just go with it. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? I'll never forget this one guy. It was so weird. And what was weird, he was very attractive, too. He was, like, this hot soccer player-looking guy that gave me his number. And I texted him, but he was kind of cringy, so I just ignored all his messages. And then he decides to come in every week with, like, a new girl. And he was like, yeah... I want her as my server. And it's like, what are you doing? Are you trying to like be like, yeah, I brought girls here and you're gonna serve us because you didn't text me? It was like, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude? And like, I feel like, I don't know, it's just a really depressing job. I've been in weird situations. I feel like you always end up hooking with at least one coworker and you're like, why did I do this? I hooked up with somebody and then like the next week he found out his girlfriend was pregnant. And I was like, wow. Wow, sucks to suck, dude. Have a good life. Please don't ever make out with me. I didn't know you had one of those, and she's pregnant? Okay. Okay, I'm gonna mind my own business and make out with somebody else. Let me go hunt down the dishwasher. Okay, everywhere I worked at, the dishwashers were so hot. We had such insanely hot dishwashers. Like, they just look like lead roles in, like, romance movies. And I was like, fuck, man. The dishwasher's the hottest one here. He's so fucking hot. Holy fuck. He looks like he'll, you know, take advantage of me when I'm drunk, but I feel like I feel like I'll convince myself I'm okay with it, and his apartment's gonna be really disgusting, but I'm gonna do it anyways, because he looks like that. And you're just like, just avoid them at all costs. I thought you meant the dishwasher machine itself. Yeah, I'm sexually attracted to dishwashers. Okay, I feel like me saying that out loud, that sounds believable for me, but I don't. I've never been attracted to a dishwasher in my life. Like a machine. Or a fridge. Okay, let me think. I'm trying to think about one sexually, and it's not really working. You've never sat on a washer on the spin cycle? What? Oh my god. I'm gonna write something down. A TV? Maybe, if it was good. But maybe because I'm imagining that you could play porn on it. Oh yeah, or like a computer? Okay, I don't know. I'm not attracted.